Colin. Hello, Colin.
G'day, Neil. How are you?
Okay.
I heard Bob Catter on your show this morning, and I live in the seat of Kennedy in his electorate, and I know Bob real well.
Yeah.
I know him that well that he's tried to form three parties. The first one was some years ago called the Southern Cross Party with all the trucking people. He left them hanging out to dry. Then he came up here to North Queensland to Cairns and wanted to start the North Queensland Party, and I went to various meetings with him. He asked me to head up the party, and he came to my home with some other representatives and wanted to talk about me being the leader of the party. So I researched and I found that if you have a member of government like an independent, and he walked out on the floor of Parliament and said, I am the member for the North Queensland Party, you're immediately a party. Now, otherwise you've got to get 500 financial members. So he came to my home and I approached him with that. He nearly had a fit. He started screaming and ranting and raving and said, look what happened to Pauline Hanson. They put her in jail. And I said, well, if I'm going to commit myself, you've got to too. I just smell him doing exactly the same thing again. He hasn't got a party. He's announced an Australian party, no candidates. He wants people to donate.
Well,
this bloke has got to put his toe in the water.
Yeah, well, he says he'll have candidates in Queensland. I don't think he's got a hope in hell of getting any support nationally, and I think I let him talk in that interview today, and I think that showed why.
I think someone should ask you, though, if when Parliament resumes next week, is he going to walk out on the floor and say, I'm the member of the Australian Party under a party? I bet you he doesn't, because he hasn't yet. He just keeps going around forming these little clique groups and saying that, he wins a local membership on our issues like cane and whatever, tourism up here in North Queensland. And then he bails out, and then there's the third one. It just made my blood boil hearing him do that again. He nearly ripped the front doors off my house out, seeing that much when I actually put it on him to actually walk out on the floor of Parliament and do that. I think the listeners in Victoria have got to be aware of what's going on with this bloke.
Well, I'll tell you, what do you do now? Are you in politics at all?
No, I never intended to be. I'm running a campaign with Bob Irwin on turtles and dugongs. I talk with Darren often, but I think I talk to you on Twitter as Dugong Man. But, I didn't want...
I'll just hold on, Colin. I'd like to get a contact point for you, that's all, if that emerges with Bob Catter.